So today, I'm going to speak a little bit about how we do the cloud monitoring. This was like a design that I presented like a year ago, and this was working until now. And we decided to make some changes. The reason is that it cannot scale the way we want for future cases. So basically, the way it was working, we had the central Prometheus scraping data from other client Prometheus, and then we had the central Grafana getting all these metrics. This Prometheus was working also as an alert manager, so it was notifying us if one cluster is down, if the installations are down, things like that. But too many problems with that. The first problem is that now we have too many data in these clusters. We have bigger and bigger clusters in production, especially, but also in test with spin weeks, and these clusters get too big. And scraping data from this central location to this client location takes a long time and more time every week, and this breaks the connection. The second problem is long-term metrics. So for many reasons, for example, for business operations, for analytics, for us to know what's going on, we need to keep metrics for weeks, months, years. And with the current plan, everything is stored in volumes, which means that after like weeks or months, we're increasing the volume a lot, and this is not scalable. So now I can present you the new design. This is already implemented. It's deployed in test, and we are doing some alerting modifications. It's going to be deployed within the next 2 weeks in production. So the way it works now is we're using a new tool that is called Thanos, and we're also using the Prometheus operator. So the Prometheus operator is deployed in all our clusters and together with some Thanos components. So Thanos is a tool that helps you actually get Prometheus metrics from object storage. The way it works is that this Prometheus server sends this data every 2 hours to S3 buckets. And then we have this central cluster with the Thanos courier that gets live metrics from other clients like we were doing before in a similar way. So for example, data that are less than a day, it gets it directly from the cluster. But if you want data that are a week ago or months ago, it gets them directly from S3 bucket. And then it has its own way of doing alerting system, its own alerting system. So basically, you can now keep alerts of history alerts. So we store everything in S3 buckets, which means that we can have we know which alerts were triggered months ago. And this way, we don't need to go and scrape all the data every second. We don't need to transfer all this data internally, and we can keep metrics forever if we want. And then we can do some clever things in S3, like things that are too old, we can put them in Glacier and we can keep them for years. And as I said, this thing is already deployed as you can see, in test. So this is Thanos. For those who know Prometheus, it's very similar to Prometheus. So it has exactly the same PromQL things. So if you run this, for example, you're getting Prometheus, you're getting Mattermost metrics. And if you see the stores, one sec, you can see the clients, which are our clusters, but also you can see the store, which is the S3 bucket. So it has all the things connected in one place, and it can do the decoupling based on when you want to get the data for.